Hi everybody, Lala here. Wow, 3 videos this week. That's, I think, breaking records. I don't know if you guys are ever gonna get 3 videos in the same week ever again, but I have been doing custom orders, and that's why I'm trying to like get them done and mail them out. And before I do that, I record the video so I can show you guys how the journals came out. So this journal, I call it the dream catcher. This is a dream catcher journal. This custom order, it's kind of it's different in the sense that this is something I haven't seen around. What I'm going to talk about right now, I haven't seen this around because it's just something that's not, that we don't think of doing when we do junk journals. We don't really think of doing what I did with this journal. The person who ordered this journal is going to give it to his sister-in-law as a gift for her birthday, and she is into Korean dramas. She loves Korean dramas. It is something that it's now a trend. They have some pretty good dramas. I do watch Korean dramas, not as much as I used to before I had my son, but now I do. I do watch from time to time. I like watching things from every country. Like from, if it's interesting, I'll give it a try. Anyway, I asked him, some of, like, what are some of her favorite dramas, so that I could do the journal with one of the, with the theme of one of the dramas. And she happens to like a drama that I also like. That was a very nice coincidence, because then I had the advantage with that, and I didn't have to like watch the drama or do research about what the drama was about. I knew what it was about. I had recently watched it, and I loved it. It's one of my favorites, and so I was very into this journal. When I made it, I got carried away. As you can see, it's super huge. It is huge. So as usual, I tie it with a seam binding. Sometimes I will use like different kinds of ribbons. It's whatever I have that matches the journal, and this one matches the journal perfectly because some of the feathers of the dream catcher are the same color. And since it is for a girl, I got, well, most of my journals are kind of, they have lace and stuff, tons of stuff like that. So I wouldn't see a man carrying lace around, but some men do like lace. It depends. But with this one, I did try to do it as girly as possible. There is something about Korean dramas. They are very, I don't want to use corny, but but they do have lots of corny moments. Like for me, like for my taste, they do have, especially if it's a romantic drama. Oh my gosh, they get carried away with stuff like that. So I kept that in mind. This story is not different. Before I go inside the journal, I want to talk a little bit about the story here, because it is, the journal is done, like I said, based on the drama. And although this particular drama has many main characters, like many important characters, I only did the journal with the 2 protagonists, the male protagonist and the female protagonist. This drama is called Scarlet, Heart, Ryeo, or Moon Lovers, and it's a historical drama. It is based partly on history, like Korean history, and mostly, like, I would say like probably about 40% history, and the rest is more fiction. In the drama, the main girl, her name is Haeso. Haeso travels back in time. Okay, so she goes back in time to the time of Kim Tae-yo. Kim Tae-yo has in the drama, he has 7 sons or 8 sons. I think it's 7 sons, if I remember. Yeah, 7 sons. And she falls in love. Basically, she falls in love with Prince Wonso. Prince Wanso is the fourth prince, and later he becomes king, and then something happens to her at the end, and then, you know, the last part of the drama, like the last few scenes of the drama, is when she's back in her present time. She's back in her present time, and she doesn't remember that she had traveled back in time, and or whatever happened to her. And then she's like at the museum, and she sees the picture of the king, King Wanso, and she remembers, and that's how the drama ends. A few quotes by the king, but they have a beautiful love story. It's amazing, and that was my favorite part of the drama. My favorite part of the drama was their love story, and that is why I only did the journal based on both of them and their love story. That's what I really liked. So on the inside of the I was gonna say on the inside of the drama, on the inside of the journal, I added a bigger, this same picture, but a bigger size, and I added it to this very thick, I think it's a handmade paper, but it's just very thick, and there it is a pocket, and on the inside of that pocket, I googled vintage Korean, you know, handwriting, which the alphabet, the Korean alphabet, the name is Hangul, and this came up, this among other things, but this caught my attention because it looks very like vintage. I don't know what it says though, but I added it here just for, you know, decoration, and obviously she can use the back part, you know, as it's just kind of distressed, but it doesn't have any writings on the back. So I just thought that it just looked like scrolls to me, and I thought that that would probably be something that Ryeo stole from the palace, because she was a very naughty girl and she stole some scrolls. Here underneath the picture, I added "This journal belongs to," and I always do, when I do this, I always write it myself. I don't have a stamp that says that, and I rather like writing it myself because it gives the journal a little bit more of a personal, you know, appearance. Here on this first page, I added a glassine bag, part of a glassine bag, and I made it into a pocket, and I added this big tag, and this one here, you know, it's not heavily decorated or anything. There is a pocket here, so she can stock something in there, and it does have like a library card kind of ticket, but well, what did I say there? It has a library card glued to the tag, but you know, I was thinking maybe she can use it to write down the name of the titles of the dramas, that, you know, to keep a log of the titles of the dramas, and, you know, the day that she watches them, or the day that they're airing, or, you know, something of that nature. Here you can flip this out. This is a painting of a picture from the drama, and that's obviously Ryeo and Wanso. And then here we have a tag, and this one's double-sided. It says, "The most important things in life are not things at all." And I thought the saying of this was very fitting for the overall theme of the journal. There's some collage down here with ribbons and lace, and I did write in some of the pages, I did made very small writings, and this one right here says "Moon Lovers." In the back of that paper clip, I have a Prima journaling card. There's a tucking spot right here on the bottom, and then here, this is I think this is a Tsunamirose, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Tsunamirose printout, and I did made it into one of those pockets that Tracy Fox likes to make. I love that idea. Like the first time I had the first time I acquired one of her journals, I just fell in love with it, and I never really did do it because I would always forget. But for this journal, I remembered to do it. She can use this as a secret packet. Maybe she exchanges mail with an admirer, or, you know, like maybe her friend sends her something and she doesn't want anybody else to see it. Now here I did some stamping here, and I did add a few tags. This mini one, it's from Prima, and then this one right here, which I didn't do a lot to it, just a stamp and the ribbon on the top with the colors of the, you know, the colors of the that are throughout the journal. Now this paper right here, which I forgot to mention, this is also handmade paper, and I also got this paper from I got it from Blix Art Material, and it, you know, it just so happened I had it for a while, and I knew that I was going to use it at one point, so I was very happy to use it here. It does have the Hangul, the Korean alphabet, so that's pretty cool. Here there is another collage of ribbons and lace, and then we flip this out, and another one of those journaling cards that is a packet, and I just added extra paper that she might probably use later, and it looks like a little tab on the top. And this is Hasu. A doily, and a very pretty paper here. You flip this up, and again I did some writings, and here it says "You are my person," and that's what it says everywhere. You are my person, which is what the Prince Wonso said to Haesu. And there's a tab here, and there, I forgot to mention, there's tabs almost everywhere. There's a tab here, there's a tab here, and throughout the journal there are many tabs and charms. So yeah, I got super carried away with this one. Another mini tab here, and I did some stamping here, and this charm right here underneath, I mean on the bottom of this page, just came in perfect. I had this charm, and these are I believe these are Chinese shoes, but they also look Korean. They could pass for Korean shoes, you know, from those times, from the era has a name. I won't even try to pronounce it. I'm sorry if any of you guys are Korean. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the fact that, I'm just laughing at the fact that I cannot pronounce the names. Like I'm laughing at myself. There's another picture of Wonso and Hasu, and this is a pocket right here on the top. And this tab does go this way as well, so it's like a double tab. And now here is this is the usual paper pouch that I always put in my journals, and I got this paper pouch from ATatteredDream, and there's a really cute feather charm right here, and the usual that I do with some of the scraps. Actually, it's this way. No, it's this way. Oh, so I did it wrong. Hey, this was supposed to be like this, but okay. Yeah, that's one of those mistakes that I make, and I don't realize it when I'm making it. Anyway, this is like a mini album, and this was supposed to be like this way so that she could put a picture here and, you know, cover it with the vellum sheet. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. And the paper pouch, you can open like this, and there's another like secret tuck spot right here. So just put this back. And another tab on the top, and then here there's a flip out, and this is another printout from you know, a picture of Wonso and Hasu, and it's extra journaling space. And there's a belly band here. I think it's a belly band. Oh no, it's a tuck spot. And on the top I have the biggest charm of the book, and it's got a locket right here, and then some, you know, beads on the top. But I've tried to open that locket, and it just does not want to open, so I'm not even gonna try now. There's a tab right here underneath, and I did add some pretty lace with pearls. And there's a picture of Wonso. Well, it's not the actual actor. I guess it's just like a interpretation of the actor in computer, you know, animation form, whatever that's called, computer animated. And there's a few tags on the back. There's this tag right here that I made a while back with a Prima journaling card. And this mini tag, which I did add a glassine bag for a packet. And there's more collage here on this page and more writings. And this writing right here, it is from the drama as well. It's part of a poem, and it was used in the drama, you know, towards the end. And it's a poem that Wanso writes. And you know what it says here is, I came to sit by the water, however the clouds had come. It's a very pretty poem, or actually parts of a poem, because it's an actual poem. It's just very long. And then here there's another tab underneath here, and I did add another one of those ribbons that has pearls. And this is a belly band right here, and you can actually flip this out, but I do have a paper clip here because of the next page, so we're not gonna flip that out. And this is yet another one of those packets that Tracy makes, and I did add a charm underneath. I mean, why do I keep saying underneath? On the bottom of this journaling card, and in the back I added another packet. And this is also another drawing. It's fan art. That's what it's called, fan art of Wanso. Because Wanso does have a scar, and you can see the scar right here on one side of his face. It goes all the way up, you know, across his eye, and he uses a mask to hide the scar. And he's a very conflicted character. He's from the beginning of the drama. At the beginning he actually was somebody that I liked him from the beginning. I'm just gonna say I liked him from the beginning because I'm always very biased when it comes to main characters. I always it's very rare that I don't like the main character of a drama or a series or movie. It's just very rare. I'm always very from the beginning of the story, from reading the synopsis, I start watching the story, and I'm already on the side of the main characters, whether they're killing people or not killing people, or are lying or cheating or doing anything that's wrong. They're the main characters, so I'm on their side. Unless it's Nightwalker, the movie Nightwalker, and if you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, give it a try, because that movie is pretty good, and it actually says a lot about our society. Yeah, that was one main character that I was not on his side. I mean, I didn't hate him, but I wasn't on his side. So anyway, this main character, Wanso, it's an actual photo of the drama, and that's the actual actor. You see there? And here you cannot see his scar because she actually teaches him how to cover his scar to give him more confidence, you know, to open him up a little bit, because he was very closed off. He was very angry at the world in the drama. He's a very angry person, very dark, very angry, very conflicted. He has a lot of conflicting emotions within him because of a lot of things that he went through when he was a child. Obviously, one of those being the accident where he got this scar. So that's why, you know, that's why he was wearing a mask right here. And in some pictures, you'll see that he's wearing the mask, like in here. And in some other pictures, he's not wearing a mask. And then here, we have stamping that I did throughout, and this beautiful floral. And then another one of those paintings. And it's a pocket. Another more of that same handmade paper, And this paper that I like to include with the story at the beginning, right? I have described this before. It's a story it's like the start of a story, and then you can follow it with whatever comes to, you know, like whatever you imagine. And there's another tab here on the bottom with some lace and pearls. And then here on this page, I added a few things. I added more of a montage of photos of, I think this was the second time that they met. But it was actually, I don't know if it was the second time that they met. It was not the first time, but it was actually the first time that they really saw each other. Like they really took a look at each other. And you can see it here on the last one, where they're like looking at each other and they're liking what they see, but they're not necessarily gonna meet it right away, right? So I added that there. That was a cute part of the drama. And then there's this tag, and I did alter it with a little bit of a doily. And I added this little bit right here so that she could see that she can add stuff to her tags. I don't think that the person that's gonna get this journal is very familiar with junk journals and tags and things that we add to the journals. So that's why I'm trying to add things to the tags so that she knows that she can add pictures there or whatever she pleases. She can actually flip this up, and then she can add some pictures here or whatever, you know, whatever she comes up with. And this is the middle page of the drama. You heard me right. Okay, this is the middle page of the journal, the centerpiece. And I'm actually gonna put it this way so you guys can see it. Let me see. Yeah, you guys can see it there. This is the last, what I was talking about, when she's back into her present time, and she goes to the museum and sees the picture of the king. And obviously in the story, there's flashbacks to the past where he's standing in front of the castle and he became king, and he's remembering her, but he knows that she's no longer there. And here she realizes that she remembers him, and she starts crying, and then he goes back here, and then the end. And what I added here on the top was I added the same poem. I came to sit by the water, however the clouds had come, and I added it in different sizes. And there's like a trim right here with pearls. It's laced with pearls and more of that feather stamping, which I wasn't even in frame. There you go. And I did add that cute trim that I have added in some of my other journals. I really like it, these ruffles. And then here there is another one of those bookmarks that I make with the scraps of the paper, and it's a packet. And I didn't add anything on the top, but she can actually add something if she wants. And then here we have another cutesy thing from the drama. It's just cutesy. This is an actual letter from the drama that it's the letter that Hasu, which is the female character, it's the letter that Hasu writes to the king, you know, to her beloved. She writes him that, was it like that? I don't even remember. She writes him that letter. Yeah, it was like this. She writes him that letter towards the end to let him know that she does love him, because they couldn't get married because he became king and she was not the person that they wanted him to marry. And it was it's just a lot of political issues and stuff. And so they were separated because of that. But here there's a packet here out of another one of those paintings based on the characters of the drama. And the back of that paper, that floral, the back of that ledger paper that flips out, and there's a packet here, and this is a drawing. This drawing is based off the actor of the drama. And then there's a tag right here, and I did add a few things to it. And then there's another one of those tags that I like. I think I'm almost I've almost used all of these tags, and I don't remember where I got them from. And then here another one of those pictures. It's a printout with a picture of the king, and that's the part where she's at the museum and she's looking at it. I did add scraps of the vellum sheet that I used, and then this is actually like an added page onto the journal. It wasn't sewn in with the other pages, and this is a printout of Ryeo. That's the actual actress that plays Ryeo. Put it a little closer. You can see she's very pretty. Here there's another tab on the top, and more of that lace with the pearls, and underneath, I was gonna say again, here on the bottom, I have you can't even see it there because I'm not in frame. I have more charms, and there's a little pearl right there, and this is a belly band, and more of that more journaling space. And this is another painting of them when they were together, because later they could not be together. You can flip this out. And then here I go back and forth with you and she and you and she. I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, here is a mini collage that I did with book page, and you know, part of that same painting that I used for the front of the journal. And that's Ryeo, and this is one so right here in the back, and a mini collage, and then there's a packet right here, and more scribbles. This one is also you are my person. The back of the paper pouch, there's a tuck spot here. There's a garment pin right here on this tag. Tab? Yeah, tab, not tag, on this tab. And then there's a charm here on the top of the paper pouch. You can flip this out, and voila, we have the paper pouch. And I did add another printout of one so, because can you tell he's my bias? Can you tell? Oh my goodness. If I didn't know any better, I would have made this journal completely of one so. Unbelievable. Okay, here's another the back of that mini paper that I added in. There's another picture of the actress that plays Ryeo, and inside there's another one of those paintings based of them. That's one so looking at Ryeo being happy. And I did put a tab on the top, scraps of one of the papers that I used in the journal. More stamping here, and then this flips up, and there's again another picture of one so. Oh, okay, another picture of one so. It's a drawing again, and here you can probably see that he is wearing his mask. And then another picture of one so with his mask. Oh my goodness, Laura. I see it there. And I don't know if this is a packet. Is this a packet? No, this is not a packet. I decided that this was not going to be a packet. Good. Then here in the back, I did add one of those double-sided journaling cards. This one says, "Life is the flower for which love is the honey." It's by Victor Hugo. And then here, Victor Hugo. Here we have a not a collage. I just added this part of this ribbon here, and more of that of oh no, this is actually not from the drama. This is actually a poem that I thought would be fitting, since the name of the drama is Moon Lovers, and here it says, "Maybe the moon is beautiful only because it is far." That's a pretty saying, or yeah, it's a quote. Pretty, very pretty. And then the back of that handmade paper. And here, another one of those mini albums. And I just glue on the inside. I just glue, I glue it onto a, why can't I think of something right away? I glue it onto the coffee dye paper. And, you know, almost all, yeah, I think all the paper clips have charms. If you see there. All of them have charms. At the bottom you see all these charms as well. and very pretty. Okay, and then here we're at the last page. This one flips out as well. And then, you know, I repeated most of the paintings. They're repeated, different sizes. And then this is an actual packet, and I did add a Prima journaling card. And here I wrote something that has Sue said, "I'll be waiting for you." She said that in her letter. I think she said that in her letter. Yeah. And then in the last page, the back, there is another glassine bag as a packet and the vellum sheet. And here, all I did to the back of the cover, I added the date that I made it or that I finished it. I didn't actually make it in one day. And my hand, my signature. And that's it. This is the actual journal that I was very excited to make. I'm excited to make all the journals that I make. All of them, I get excited to make them when I'm making them. But this one was particularly more exciting because I've never done a journal that based off a TV show, and I had thought of doing journals based off movies because I want to do one based off You've Got Mail, because I love that movie. And if you think it's boring, please do not say it. Do not say it in the comments, because it's not boring. Anyway, but I've never thought of making a journal based off a Korean TV show because I don't know who buys journals, like, for the most part, who buys my journals. But yeah, I was excited to make it. Actually hope that the spine does not give in and break or something, because I know that it's very chunky. It's just too much. But I don't know, I just felt that it was right, and I do love it very much. And I will be sad to send it away, but it is going to its rightful home tomorrow. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, please hit like. It does help, and I greatly appreciate your comments. I know you guys leave me comments. Some of you guys always return to my videos and leave me comments. You make sure to let me know that you're there, and I really appreciate that. You guys rock. You make my day. So I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.